So, with the Vasil hard fork, a lot of those, CIPs, the Cardano improvement proposals, they actually came from the Cardano DeFi Alliance specifically. For VyFi Finance, what utility is being added with the Vasil hard fork that's actually going to improve the user utility of your product?
So, I think the biggest one is going to be the capacity to receive multiple requests at once. Right. So at the moment, there is a bit of a slowdown and we can get a backlog where we have to be sending out things one at a time. And it sometimes functions fairly slowly. And sometimes we can get a backlog on like withdrawing NFTs because the NFTs are a countdown. When the countdown ends, we suddenly get a burst of like 100 people going to withdraw their NFT at once. And that can take, 20, 30 minutes, which is fine. No one's losing anything. But it is nicer from a user perspective if that just happens. Right, that's what you want. You don't want people to be waiting. Yeah. So the easeability of use in that regard, I think, is going to be greatly upgraded with the release of Vasil.
Awesome.
Now, another thing that Vasil is bringing is a bunch of little back-end improvements that we think is going to be making it a lot easier to handle data, essentially, on the back end. And improved data handling means that you have reduced code size, which means that you've got reduced transaction fees. So this one probably won't be immediate, but in the sort of the next few months, I imagine that we'll be able to sort of work back that transaction fee that we're receiving for using smart contracts. A little, not drastically, but, a little is good.
Yeah, and with that transaction size being lower, that also means more transactions can fit in a block, because
that's it.
The more data, the more you're paying for transactions, and the less that can fit in the block there.
That's it.
So you guys are coming to the Rare Bloom. Do you have anything exciting that you're going to release at the Rare Bloom? Are you excited for the event itself?
I'm so excited for the event. I actually just booked my accommodation 3 days ago, I want to say, maybe 4 days ago.
I still haven't booked mine yet.
Haven't booked yours. You need to get on it, man. They're selling out.
I know. It's like, am I going to go?
I don't know if I'm going to make it or not.
Yeah.
And it's actually funny because my PA, it's my stepbrother who is also the person that helps me with managing all of my appointments and managing everything that I have to do on a day-to-day basis, which who would have thought a CEO has to do a lot? Right? And basically he bought his. He's coming at our booth. He's going to be at our booth. I think we've got 5 or 6 people at our booth. And he booked his a month ago, and he told me that when he booked his, they were already sold out every day around the event. So I think some people are going to be staying there for a few days extra on either side, or maybe there's some other events. I don't know, but all I know is I shat myself and booked.
Yeah,
get on that.
Yeah, you definitely have to, because there's a bunch of events happening like before and after. They're not crypto events, but that's really what's filling up the hotel, and we've blocked out a good amount for Cardano, people. However, the days before and the days after are looking pretty rough. You might have to stay in like a motel somewhere nearby,
The airport in. Well, it is near the airport.
It is, yeah. Fortunately, it's only 15 minutes away from the closest international airport. And for anyone that hasn't heard, we booked Charles Hoskinson. We're going to have him there. We've got 40-plus Cardano projects. Really nothing like this has ever happened for Cardano, and it couldn't have happened the year before without Alonzo and without all of these projects actually, building. So
it's going to be so exciting. I'm actually excited both to meet the community and to meet a lot of the other projects in person. One big thing, and I'm sure you felt this as well, I've met quite a few projects. I've met you in person, going to conferences in Miami, going to conferences in Paris, talking about our project and meeting the community in general. But it's always been a little bit of Cardano and then a lot of the wider crypto community. That it's great because there's a lot of people to sell Cardano to and to introduce them to what we're doing. But at the same time, it's going to be lovely to just be able to meet focused on the projects that we're actually working with and the projects that are going for the same goals that we are and that we're working with on a day-to-day basis to make this real.
Yeah, I got a little taste of it in Wyoming. The only issue with the Cardano Summit last year is that there were events all over the world, so we were all split up everywhere, and it still was amazing, though, actually getting to meet people that, are knowledgeable about what we're interested in and being able to learn from them, whereas as you mentioned with the Bitcoin conference and many of the other wider blockchain conferences, it's less about learning and more about educating other people on the chain, whereas this is going to be a bit of both.
Learning off each other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which is
Exactly.
which is amazing.
And I am going to be there myself. I'm so sad I missed Wyoming last year. I didn't even manage to get to a local Cardano meetup because I'm in rural Italy, and rural Italy did not have a Cardano meetup.
Did Italy have one?
Yeah, they had one. No, not that I actually know of. We're actually trying to get a Cardano meetup in Milan very early next month, which should be a bit of fun. I'm sure we'll make a group about it and ask any Italians that want to swing by to swing on by. But no, at the time there wasn't.
It's awesome. Well, is there anything that we didn't cover in this podcast today? Normally we run pretty long, but we've already done 3, so we've really covered everything Binance has to offer, or Binance.
Yeah, I don't think we specifically missed anything. The upcoming NFT is tomorrow, and we launch tomorrow as of the date that we're filming this, and it will be yesterday is the date that it's released.
Yep.
And I'm really excited for that. Definitely come on in and ask us any questions you have in our Telegram or our Discord about that, and come in and say hi, ask us any questions that you have a look at our website, have a look at our dApp. We were one of the first apps on Cardano. And thank you so much for letting me come and speak to you, Pei. It's always a pleasure.